All right, warm welcome, everybody. Please be comfortable. These are our daily practice sessions from about 10:30 p.m. till we usually go for anywhere from half an hour to an hour. See how it goes. This is Nitya here. I think most of you know me. Some of you are coming for the first time, perhaps. Warm welcome. And these sessions are also on YouTube, if you want to watch them on my channel on YouTube as well. So welcome to those of you who are on YouTube. I'd like you to sit comfortably or lie down. For some of you, it's quite late, and it's all right to fall asleep as we do this. You can have your video off. And every day's practice is designed for us to develop our resilience with all the upheavals that are happening in India and in the world, to strengthen ourselves. Some people who join these calls have lost loved ones. Some have family members who are ailing. I don't think there's anyone on the call who is not affected by what's going on in one way or the other. So it's a chance for us to come together and practice things that can be supportive. And every day we do some practice. Today's practice, I'm calling it subconscious activations. So it's actually designed to speak to a different part of your mind. So I want you to, at the very onset, it's okay if it doesn't make much sense to your logical mind. It can be quite tiring to always have to make sense of everything. So in today's session, I'm giving you a holiday, a vacation from having to make sense of any of this. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be meaningful. It doesn't have to be logical. But the intention remains the same. The intention is for a deeper integration of all our experiences, a certain settling, a certain calming, and aligning with life with more flow and less resistance. So those remain the broad intentions. And if you have a further intention to add to that, for example, the intention could be that may I strengthen my capacity to deal with uncertainty, or may my family members be well, or the goodness that's generated in our practice may it benefit those who are struggling and suffering at this time. You can create your own intention as well. Why don't you take 15 seconds to come up with an intention? I like to say there are two ways to go through life skillfully. One is conscious intention, and the other is conscious non-intention. Both of them are completely valid. Conscious intention is called sattvic, and conscious non-intention is called nirgun. So now we're going to start our practice. You can sit, like I said, you can sit or lie down. Eyes can be normally they're closed, but if you want to keep them open, that's fine. Today's session is subconscious activations, working directly with your deeper mind. So your conscious mind can just wander if it wants, doesn't matter. There's no wrong way to do this practice. All you got to do is listen to my voice. Just listen and go along with it. Don't have to agree, don't have to disagree. Just flow with it. Wherever you're seated or lying down, in most cases, you're probably indoors, space. So in this moment, the space or under the sky, under the tree, that space has suddenly come into awareness. And that space is very happy to be noticed. It doesn't normally get noticed. It's one of the most ignored things. Have you ever seen a drop of ink when it falls into a glass full of water? How it penetrates that water, infiltrates that water, permeates that water, and completely saturates that water. Have you seen the pattern it creates as it does that? What if in this moment, into your consciousness, we drop a single pure drop of absolute peace, the most purified kind of peace available in the universe. And we're dropping it into your energy field. And for the rest of the session, it'll do its work of penetrating, infiltrating, permeating, saturating your entire being. You won't even know how it happened, but by the end of it, you will have a very distinctive kind of peace, maybe something you've not experienced before. And there's nothing you have to do for it. The process has already begun. In most homes, there are plug points behind which there are cables and wires running. And while they're not visible most of the time, they're carrying electricity and energy field. So in a way, your whole home is alive with these energy fields running through the walls, running through the corridors. You can't see them, but they're there. Could it be that in your life as well, there are these lines, not always visible, lines of inspiration, lines of purpose, lines of innovative ideas, lines of next level thinking, lines of pure love. And just like your home has these invisible lines running through the walls, emerging at certain sockets, plug points throughout the house, where you can connect your phone charger or any other device. So what if in this moment, such a charger, such a socket becomes available? And if you're interested in plugging into it, all you've got to do is gently touch your tongue to the upper palate. That's the place just above your teeth. And the moment you touch your tongue there, you have connected to this mysterious flow, universal flow of pure inspiration, pure love, pure joy, pure resilience. You don't have to understand this. It just happens. And the moment you do this, all your sense doors get heightened. Seeing, even with closed eyes, inner seeing gets heightened. It's like you've moved from one of those TV sets you had in 1970s to the current latest model. I don't know what it is, 4K and beyond. The resolution is so high in what you're imagining. Everything you're feeling is so clear. It's like if an ant was walking across your leg, every step it took would sound like the surround sound in your home, surround sound speakers. You would hear everything so clearly. All your sense doors are highly accentuated, highly activated. It's like maybe you've not been this alive your whole day. This is the most alive you've been in a long time, actually. What's the feeling of a single hot tear running down your face? And it comes to your lips. What does it taste like? And with that tear, there is an acknowledgement of grief, an acknowledgement of disappointment, expectations not being met from yourself, from others, from life, from God. And it's okay to acknowledge that. Two cloud systems meet and they intermingle. What is the experience of one cloud intermingling with another cloud? What is that sensation like? Can you allow yourself to experience that? Can you allow yourself to experience a sense of merging when one cloud system interacts with another cloud system? And what if that subtle rubbing is leading to electricity? And that electricity is sparking back your original signature frequency, returning you to natural enthusiasm, natural sense of we can deal with whatever comes up. It's happening quite naturally. Don't have to work too hard. Even though in our imagination, two cloud systems are meeting, actually, billions of neurons are firing. And the electricity is the electricity in your brain. And it's rewiring, realigning, reconfiguring, reorienting, rearranging, and repurposing what was there into a higher order of perceiving and experiencing. Did it ever occur to you that before you peel that orange, the segments inside had never seen the outer world? Before you peel that banana, what was inside had never seen the outer world. Did it occur to you that they were living in their own universe until a whole new universe was revealed to them? Is it at all possible that you and I are also living in our own little bubble? Is it at all possible that what's happening now is a peeling process? It may not be a very appealing process, but it is a peeling process. It's opening us to a whole new dimension, a whole new universe we never even suspected could exist. Because no book talked about it, no documentary talked about it. Because all of that was inside the orange peel, inside the banana. When I say the phrase immaculate freedom, or a simpler word, undiluted freedom, immaculate freedom, undiluted freedom, what images arise in your inner landscape? Immaculate freedom, undiluted freedom. Stay with that image, stay with that feeling. If nothing comes, enjoy that. There are many forests in this world with many trees, a lot of biodiversity. And even though comparisons are irrelevant, but there is one forest in one part of this world that is a particularly harmonious forest. All the trees, all the species, all the insects, all the butterflies, the amount of rainfall, the moistness of the soil, the earthworms, all the creatures live in the most immaculate possible harmony, symbiosis, and balance. There is such a forest. I'd like you to tune in to what it's like to experience such a harmonious ecosystem. This very act of tuning in is reminding you of a primal harmony and awakening that within you, awakening a memory of complete synergy, symbiosis, coexistence. In this forest, even the root systems enjoy meeting each other, intermingling with each other, like lovers holding hands, interlacing fingers. These root networks interlace, intermingle, interconnect. It's a really ecstatic experience. Sometimes the roots of not just 2, but 3 or 4, or even 15 trees intermingle. That intermingling is not just a physical meeting. It is an ecstatic communion, sharing nutrients, sharing information, discussing how each species experiences the sky, the rain, the sun, the soil, and the animals that rub against it. There's a very beautiful silence in this forest. And nothing and no one can disturb it. Not the call of the birds, not the rustling of the leaves, not even the thunder and lightning. In fact, all of these only add to the richness of this silence. As humans, we are addicted to thinking about things. In this moment, I'd like you to drop, abandon, take a vacation from this tedious stance of thinking about things. What's it like to become this forest? Could it be that you are this forest, dreaming of being a human? Is that at all possible? What happens if you experience yourself? Your shape is the shape of this forest. Your feelings and emotions are the wind, the breeze, and the stream that runs through the forest. Awareness is sunlight streaming through the trees and branches of this forest. Pulsation. Every time a jellyfish moves, pulsation. Every time a bird flaps its wings, pulsation. Every time a frog breathes, pulsation. Every time waves go up and down, pulsation. Even an earthquake, pulsation. Everything in this world, pulsation. These pulsations are harmonizing. These pulsations are easing, relaxing, harmonizing, creating a beautiful resonant frequency That's introducing great ease into the whole system. Great ease. Notice that you only experience what you allow yourself to give attention to. So as you get more skillful with what you give attention to, you're not just hapless. Then that skillful giving of attention, like a flashlight in a dark room, illuminates that aspect of the room. What you focus on expands. You suddenly develop ears to hear the chanting of sacred verses from a different civilization on a different planet. You don't understand a word, and yet you love, love, love the rhythm, the pulsation, the sound. Can you hear it right now? The soul song, the tribal song, the heart song of this highly advanced civilization on a different planet. Can you hear it right now? Listen carefully. Something you hear from the heart, not from the ears. And it starts creating a very peaceful, a very healing, a very aligning, a very soothing vibration deep into your being. Beautiful. The drop of pure peace that we had introduced into your field has now fully penetrated, fully saturated, fully integrated into your being. These drops will keep coming by themselves without your intention. From this moment onwards, you feel far more clear, far more grounded, far more capable of taking one thing at a time, one conversation at a time, and responding with awareness, with goodwill, with love. And when you're invited to things that don't resonate so much, this inner clarity takes over, guides your decision making, guides your thought process. You're able to respond in a way that aligns with your inner knowing. No compromise. Your whole subconscious, conscious, and superconscious mind, beautifully aligned, beautifully integrated, revealing sources of power, strength, clarity, hitherto unimaginable, just like the segments of the orange never imagined what world they would enter into. A whole new world awaits you. You just have to drop the ballast, drop the dead ideas of an outdated civilization. Destiny awaits. These are not empty words. This is actually the way it is. Just like your apps keep getting updated every few days. Consciousness update has been long overdue. And powerful seeds have been planted in today's session. A subconscious activation has happened, which is irreversible. Nothing can stop it. Nothing more has to be done. It'll keep on unraveling, unpacking, and doing its thing as you do your thing. The only thing asked of you is don't overthink, not required. Don't second guess, not required. Don't worry so much, not required. And even if you do, this activation will continue. Just makes it easier if you don't. As you rest and sleep tonight, a powerful operating system upgrade will happen. Your whole being, your whole conscious, subconscious, superconscious, and beyond that, the absolute mind will completely revamp, realign, and invigorate you. It's like you're going to enter a new dimension, a new world when you wake up. And the only thing to be afraid of is fear itself, because there actually is nothing to be afraid of. You're returning home from a tour into a land of illusions, into a land of distortions. You're coming home to alignment, transparency, simplicity, pure grace, pure power, pure potency, infinite possibility, infinite blessing. And that is your inheritance. And all the pain you've been having is your reluctance, refusal to own it. So own it. Step into the full magnificence that is already yours, and a few parts of you have to catch up, and they will catch up. Beautiful. Please take rest. Be well. Be well. Take rest. We will continue our practice every night, 10:30 p.m. We will catch some of you tomorrow night. Small prayer or chant. All right, let's do Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata Sabbadhammanubhavena sada sothi bhavantu te bhavatu sabbamangalang rakhantu sabbadevata sabbasanghanubhavena sada sothi bhavantu te. Life is for giving love, life is for giving love, life is for giving love. Forgiving, 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 forgiving. Life is for giving love, life is for giving love, life is for giving love. I give you my love, I give you my heart, and I receive your love, and I receive your heart. I give you my love, I give you my heart, and I receive your love, and I receive your heart. Divine, 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 together divine, together divine, together divine, together divine, together divine. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Ahong Bang the Guru Padma Siddhi Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Divine, 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 together divine, together divine, together divine, together divine. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Very nice. Be well. Take rest.